Hello children, this chapter is Indigo, written by Louis Fisher. This is a chapter in Flamingo, class 12 CBSE NCERT, book Flamingo. Written by Louis Fisher, let's get introduced with him. He was born in Philadelphia and served as a volunteer in the British Army between 1918 and 1920. Fisher made a career as a journalist and wrote for the New York Times, the Sunday Review, and for European and Asian publications. He was also a member of the faculty at Princeton University. This chapter is an excerpt. Excerpt means a part from his book, The Life of Mahatma Gandhi. The book has been reviewed as one of the best books ever written on Gandhi by Times Educational Supplement. Before we begin, we need to talk about the chapter, what it is all about. This is about one of the various revolutions undertaken by Mahatma Gandhi during his freedom struggle in India. Here what we come to know is how Gandhian activism used to take place, how he used to work actually, what were his strategies to work, how he would win favor of people, how even the opponent, the British, would also ultimately, maybe they won't say, but they used to like the way he used to act, because his entire work culture was very truthful, it was very categorical, it was very clear, it was very crystalline, and all the people used to like this thing about him, that he was always rigid, but rigid about the right thing. So he was a man of principles. So in this chapter we will see that there is an issue, there is a problem of farmers in Champaran. You will come to know the details of the problem later. And then what happens at this point of problem, they do not know whom to ask for help. One farmer, Rajkumar Shukla, he comes to Mahatma Gandhi to request him that please come intervene in our matter and find out a way, help us out. You can see the picture, the bottom one. Rajkumar Shukla has been honored so much by the government that a stamp has been issued in his name in 2018, and also Mahatma Gandhi's picture you can see. So this chapter, long answers probably would be the problem of Champaran, or the values of truthfulness, sincere dedication of common people, or non-cooperation or civil disobedience, and how Gandhi wins. At the end, he is able to liberate people. He is able to make them free from fear. So entire chapter revolves around Champaran story, and at the end we also see what initiative he takes for upliftment of the poor in Champaran. Before we begin, let's understand quickly what was Champaran episode. Now it happened in 1917 in Bihar. City of Bihar is Champaran, brought to Gandhi's notice by Rajkumar Shukla. Quickly, I haven't written because it is not from exam point of view, but I'll like you to know about it. अब जल्दी से I'll tell you. There was something called Blue Revolution or नील विद्रोह. You must have heard about it in history. ये हुआ कहाँ था? वो नील विद्रोह हुआ था बंगाल में. The Britishers, they came to know that indigo has a very good selling profit, so they started coming to India. They started buying land in West Bengal and they started cultivating indigo. For this, they used to exploit farmers. ना उनको पैसा देते थे, कोई प्रॉफिट नहीं देते थे, उनकी ज़मीन भी खराब होती थी और ऊपर से अपनी कमाई भी मोटी करते थे. सो दिस वे मैनी प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं. फार्मर्स ऑल्सो हैड अ एडिशनल प्रॉब्लम कि उनकी कल्टिवेशन ऑफ राइस खराब होती थी. थे वो शेयर क्रॉपर्स, उनको बेनिफिट उनका और रिड्यूस हो जाता था, एंड इंडिगो फार्मिंग वॉज अ वेरी टीडियस टास्क. So whatsoever, after lots and lots of decades of struggle, farmers decided, they got together and they fought against it. Ultimately, Neel Vidroh happened and Britishers had to escape from West Bengal. They had to surrender. पर वो वहाँ से गए नहीं. They continued the same thing and they landed up in Champaran. अब Champaran में कुछ decades, they were not able to do it for so long, but for some decades they did. The same thing they started doing here. Now here again, but here people of Bihar, they were still, they were more illiterate and they were poorer than the ones in West Bengal. These people in Champaran, they were not aware whom to ask for help, whom to call, whom to talk to, how to organize themselves into groups or how to fight whatsoever. Now one peasant, Rajkumar Shukla, he came to know that Gandhi should be called for help. If you call Gandhi, he will be able to help you, and that is the only way out. So Rajkumar Shukla goes to Gandhi and Champaran episode begins. I'll tell you here what is a sharecropper. Sharecropper is a tenant farmer. He is not a landlord or a landowner. यहाँ पे landowners कौन थे? British थे, because commercial profit की वजह से land was very cheap. They started buying land in Champaran and they started production of the crop. And rent हैज टू बी पेड बाय द टेनेंट फार्मर. जो किराएदार काम कर रहा है वो एक्चुअली वो काम क्या कर रहा है, वो आपकी जमीन पे काम कर रहा है. तो ऑलरेडी देखा जाए तो रेंट तो उसने दे दिया इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हिज सर्विस, बट नहीं, इतना नहीं, रेंट एडिशनल भी देना पड़ता था इन द फॉर्म ऑफ क्रॉप प्रोड्यूस. तो क्रॉप प्रोड्यूस यहाँ पे कौन सी होती थी, इंडिगो पूरी की पूरी, उसको जितने भी परसेंटेज उनका डिसाइडेड था, जो इंडिगो निकलती थी प्रोड्यूस, इंडिगो वुड बी केप्ट बाय द लैंडलॉर्ड, और बाकी की जमीन पे जो क्रॉप होती थी दैट यूज टू बी केप्ट बाय द शेयर क्रॉपर. तो रेंट के फॉर्म में क्या था, एक तो फार्मर की सर्विस प्लस इंडिगो क्रॉप की पूरी हार्वेस्ट. इंडिगो क्रॉप वो जो वो खुश होकर नहीं पैदा करता था, इंडिगो पैदा करने से उसके अपने जो नॉर्मल उनकी नेटिव क्रॉप जो भी वो उगाते थे उस दे कुड नॉट अर्न और दे कुड नॉट कल्टिवेट so much as they should be doing. Achievements after this Champaran episode: liberation from fear and victory. When at the end Gandhi won, farmers evolved as fearless. In the beginning they were very fearful, they were very scared that how to protest against these British people. Ultimately by the end they were free, they were not afraid. Self-reliance they all learned, power of the masses they all learned, that these were common people, poor and illiterate. They realized that if we also get together, no, so our mass, our togetherness, our companionship is so powerful that anybody can be threatened, we can outpower anyone. Non-cooperation and civil disobedience at play, these are the two values of Gandhiji that came to a demonstration. They were demonstrated that anybody can do them. And social upliftment of the poor, this is the last part of the chapter. It is completely different from the entire Champaran episode. So this was the achievement. I have given you a brief overview of the chapter so that we can understand the chapter easily. Let's begin to reading. When I first visited Gandhi in 1942 at his ashram in Sevagram in central India, he said, I will tell you how it happened that I decided to urge the departure of the British. It was in 1917. He had gone to the December 1916. अब ये सारा बताएगा. अब लुइस फिशर गांधी जी को 1942 में मिला. एट दैट टाइम गांधी टोल्ड हिम कि मैंने कुछ किया था 1916-17 में जिसकी वजह से ब्रिटिशर्स दे हैड टू इवेंचुअली डिसाइड दैट दे विल हैव टू लीव आवर कंट्री. तो later on Gandhi says that this time 1917-16 वाला time, this was a turning point in his life. चंपारण एपिसोड जो भी होगा, it is a turning point in his life. क्यों? Because of this line, urge the departure of the British. यहाँ से ब्रिटिश के जाने की तैयारी शुरू होगी, नंबर 1. Secondly, अब इसके आगे जो भी important होगा, especially on this page, I have marked it, underlined it, please see. अब Gandhi is narrating to Louis Fisher. Louis Fisher is telling the entire episode to us from second paragraph. 1916 दिसंबर की बात हो रही है. इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस पार्टी लखनऊ में ही वॉज अटेंडिंग. अब लखनऊ में उनको मिलने आता है कोई राजकुमार शुक्ला. सो पार्टी की बात है. 2301 डेलीगेट्स, मैनी विजिटर्स. ड्यूरिंग द प्रोसीडिंग्स गांधी रिकाउंटेड, Gandhi saw, Gandhi recalls, a peasant came up to me looking like any other peasant in India, poor and emaciated, and said, I am Rajkumar Shukla. I am from Champaran and I want you to come to my district. Gandhi had never heard of the place. It was in the foothills of the towering Himalayas near the kingdom of Nepal. Under an ancient arrangement, the Champaran peasants were sharecroppers. मैं आपको बता चुकी हूँ sharecroppers क्या होते हैं. Rajkumar Shukla was one of them. He was also. अब यहाँ कैरेक्टर मार्क कीजिए. He was illiterate but resolute. Resolution क्या है? जिद्दी किस बात के लिए था? He was resolute. He was determined to take Gandhi along with him to Champaran. Gandhi, who would not listen to him easily. Gandhi was so busy in so many of his meetings. Any meek, any humble farmer would come and say, मेरे साथ चलो मेरे गाँव, मुझे काम है. How would Gandhi intervene? And he was so poor and illiterate, he could not explain the problem on his own. But the only thing is that he was desperate. इसका कैरेक्टर शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस में आता है, so note that. So Congress session to complain about the injustice of the land law system in Bihar, and somebody had probably said, speak to Gandhi. तो किसी ने उसको रिकमेंड किया था गांधी. गांधी टोल्ड शुक्ला that he had an appointment in Kanpur. This is कानपुर जो आज का होता है, and was also committed to go to other parts of India. Shukla accompanied him everywhere. I have highlighted all this. Why? Because this shows resolution of Shukla. वहाँ लखनऊ से शुरू हुआ, कानपुर गया, आगे अहमदाबाद के पास भी जाएगा. Shukla followed him to the ashram. For few weeks he never left Gandhi's side. Fix a date, he begged. वो बार बार उनको रिक्वेस्ट करता रहा. Impressed by Sharecropper's tenacity and story. He said, I have to be in Calcutta on this and this date. Come and meet me and take me from there. So ultimately he joins him from Calcutta. यहाँ पे पार्ट 1 ऑफ द चैप्टर बिगिंस. पार्ट 1 मैंने इस चैप्टर की स्टोरी को डिवाइड किया पार्ट्स में सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड, क्योंकि अब तक जो हो गया वो दोबारा नहीं होना. तो एक नया न्यू फेज ऑफ द चैप्टर बिगिंस. Here part 1 begins. Months passed. Shukla was sitting on his haunches at the appointed spot in Calcutta when Gandhi arrived. ये resolute दिख गया ना, क्योंकि जहाँ पे उसको गांधी ने प्रॉमिस किया था, he had reached there. This point also tells that he was very resolute. He waited till Gandhi was free. Then the two of them boarded a train for the city of Patna. यहाँ फर्स्ट पॉइंट शुरू होता है कि दोनों इकट्ठे कहाँ गए? पटना. पटना में they'll go to Rajendra Prasad house. Led him to the house of a lawyer named Rajendra Prasad, who later became president of the Congress Party of India. Now Shukla knew about Rajendra Prasad. These people probably had been taking the help of lawyer Rajendra Prasad already. So he took him there so that he would give him the details, but he was not available. Rajendra Prasad was out of town, but the servants knew Shukla as a poor yeoman who pestered their master to help indigo sharecroppers. So his servants knew कि Shukla आता रहता है. He knew that he was a yeoman, a peasant, a normal poor man who used to trouble their master. So they treat Gandhi also as a companion of this poor man, and they treated Gandhi also as untouchable the way they treated this farmer as untouchable. So they let him stay on the grounds with his companion Gandhi, whom they took to be another peasant. But Gandhi was not permitted to draw water from the well, lest some drops from his bucket pollute the entire source. How did they know that he was not an untouchable? So this is what that happened at Rajendra Prasad's house. You have to mark this. Now Rajendra Prasad was not at home, so they continue. He continues to move to the next place. After not being able to meet Rajendra Prasad, they go to Muzaffarpur. Muzaffarpur was on the way to Champaran. Gandhi decided to go first to Muzaffarpur, which was en route, means on the way to Champaran, to obtain more concrete information about conditions that Shukla was capable of imparting. He accordingly sent a telegram to Professor J.B. Kripalani of the Arts College in Muzaffarpur, whom he had seen at Tagore's Shantiniketan school. The train at Muzaffarpur, the train arrived at midnight. So what is happening here is, Muzaffarpur mein he goes. Basically, Gandhi is going to begin the case only after he gets all the details. For the details, he goes to Rajendra Prasad. He is not available. Then he goes to Champaran. On the way is Muzaffarpur. So he wants to meet some people over there. If some educated people he could meet. One such person is Professor Kripalani, and he tells him to come and meet him. When he reaches Muzaffarpur, at that time it is midnight. 15th April 1917. Kripalani was waiting at the station with a large body of students. Gandhi stayed there for 2 days in the home of Professor Malkani, a teacher in government school. I'll take a pause here. तो मुजफ्फरपुर में कृपालनी मिलते हैं along with students, और वहाँ पे प्रोफेसर मलकानी के घर पे ही takes a stay for 2 days. And those days were the days where Indians are fighting against the British. British was their government already. If an Indian employee fights against the British, means he's fighting against the British government, which means he's fighting against his boss. And people on government jobs did not do that. So this was an extraordinary thing in those days. Why was it an extraordinary thing in those days? Gandhi commented, for a government professor to harbor a man like me was an extraordinary thing. Gandhi was fighting against the British, and a government officer giving place for Gandhi to stay means what he is doing is against his boss, the British government. That is why he calls it an extraordinary thing. Pause this video here. Listen to this thing again. Extraordinary thing. You'll understand that it was not ordinary for a government official to give place to a protester of British government in his home. In smaller localities, the Indians were afraid to show sympathy for advocates of home rule. Gandhi was an advocate of home rule. So in smaller localities like Muzaffarpur and Champaran and all, people were scared to show their favor to fighters like Gandhi. So यहाँ पे the news of Gandhi's advent, means coming, and of the nature of his mission spread quickly through Muzaffarpur and to Champaran. Sharecroppers from Champaran began to arrive on foot and by conveyance to see their champion. Muzaffarpur lawyers called on Gandhi to brief him. They frequently represented peasant groups in court. They told him about their cases and reported the size of their fee. अब यहाँ पे हमने we have to see a box. See the first small clip. There I have made a red box. मुजफ्फरपुर में क्या हुआ? Note the people he called. Whom did he call? People he involved were, one is this Kripalini, then he stays at Professor Malkani's house also, and then he calls some more people. You will come to see that he calls the lawyers and all, they all come to meet. He'll be calling more people further. Why were these people roped in? Next, where did he stay? How did he work? And people's response to his call. Where did he stay हो गया. How did he work? He started collecting evidences. अभी और भी आगे points आएंगे. And what was people's response? People, when they came to know that he has come to stay there, sharecroppers from Champaran along with their lawyers, they started coming to him. Okay. Now let's see why all this happened. Because of powerful persona of Gandhi. You can see Gandhi's character. He is appreciative to people's initiatives, that they are doing extraordinary things just to favor him. What was extraordinary about his stay at Professor Malkani's house? This also I have told you. Sharecroppers meaning I have written there. Gandhi chided the lawyers. Chided means scolded the lawyers for collecting big fee from the sharecroppers. अब जब lawyers उनको आके मिले, उन्होंने बताया देखो जी हमारा इतना खर्चा, हम इनकी हेल्प कर देंगे, तो गांधी scolded them कि तुम तो इसी एरिया के हो. These farmers produce what you eat. How can you be so selfish? I have come to the conclusion that we should stop going to the law courts. Taking such cases to the courts does little good. Where the peasants are so crushed and fear-stricken, law courts are useless. The real relief for them is to be free from fear. So he says law courts are not going to help them otherwise also. And if you are charging fee, that is useless. This is what he means to say. He says I have to make them free from fear. They should not be scared. Half the battle would be won if they are free from fear. So you have to note Gandhi's courage. He scolds these lawyers like a father scolds his children in order to correct their behavior. And later on we will see these lawyers will realize their mistake and they will agree to support him without any selfish motive. A quick recap, I've given you a few questions here. How can you say that Rajkumar Shukla was resolute? Where could Shukla get Gandhi to agree to help him? What happened at Rajendra Prasad's home, and what does the incident tell you about Gandhi's character? There we end phase 1.